Hi, I'm Alexis Rivera, the writer and director of the series Girl Dinner, and this is the director's commentary for episode 2, Spicy Tuna Roll. So I named each episode after the meal the girls ordered for their girl dinner, and it also doubles as a reflection of who they are. And Rima is perfectly crafted, polished, but she's got a little kick to her, just like a spicy tuna roll. And for episode 2, I really wanted to open with this feeling of Rima versus everyone. And as the series goes on, this dining table moment becomes a recurring place where each girl's perspective gets revealed. And since this episode belongs to Rima, we kept most of the coverage on her. And you can see right away how she's trying to hold the group together, but she's also kind of on the outside looking in. Lucy was filming another series at the time, so the fact that she still came in to guest star meant a lot. And of course, because we're shooting in LA, there had been an incident in the area, so while we were trying to film, we had cop cars and helicopters circling overhead. But this whole encounter was really about showing the dynamic between Jackie and Rima. Rima is trying to prove she can lead and take over and protect Jackie, even when Jackie is being Jackie. And Lucy did such a great job grounding this moment, and we let her react naturally to Jackie's attitude. And she found a perfect mix of annoyed, tired, and over it. When Rima comes back to the table and everyone's leaving, even Jackie, I wanted the audience to feel how alone Rima really is. And this is one of the moments where we let the camera just roll, didn't yell cut, because I wanted to see what she would naturally do. So she came in, she clocked the empty table, she picked up the champagne, took a sip, slammed it down. That was completely her choice, and it was perfect.
Hey, girlie.
This is where the tension really starts to boil. We framed almost the entire scene around Rima because this is her episode, and emotionally she's absorbing everything at once. Every reaction we capture on her face is a clue about how she's unraveling and trying to hold it together at the same time. From a technical standpoint, continuity was a puzzle. Sunny had to be timed perfectly in the background so that when we cut to her later, the spilled glass lines up and reveals Rima and Nia behind her. She also shifted perspectives on purpose. You hear Nia say something to Rima, but you don't actually get the line. I wanted to save that for Nia's episode so we can lean into how memory works in this series. And the blender ended up being a happy accident. We didn't plan on using it as a sound motif, but once we turned it on and realized how loud it was, it became the perfect tool for drowning out dialogue, depending on whose POV we're in. And it also heightens the tension because it's literally chewing up the silence between them. So story-wise, this moment puts the battery in Rima's back. This is where she decides she's not going to sit there and wonder if Nia is lying. She's going to go find out the truth. And it's the moment she goes from being polished and composed to being someone who finally snaps and takes action. This balcony moment is one of my favorite visuals in the whole series. It finally lets us sit alone with Rima up above the chaos of the house with LA stretched out behind her. We leaned hard into the theme of blue here, the city lights, the night air, that feeling of being exposed, but we lit one side of her face red, and that split color was intentional. It's her literally caught between loyalty and rage. And performance-wise, this is where Ron really shined. From the beginning, we wanted her to feel like the Kim K to Paris Hilton, someone perfectly curated on the outside but quietly hustling underneath, someone who has to smile even when she's breaking. Rowan brought that energy into every scene, but the way she chooses to take in Jackie's betrayal on the rooftop with that tiny awkward laugh, that I'm fine energy, even as everything inside of her is collapsing, that became one of my favorite moments in the entire episode. And she crafted so much of Rima's interior world herself, and that's exactly why she was the best character to start the series with. And we also had one of our crew members feeding her the lines in real time on the phone, so the conversation felt natural. And the actual voice that you hear in the final cut is our editor, Brittany Brooks, who gave the perfect tone for the betrayal. And when Dead to Me by Kali Uchis starts creeping in, especially that line, don't come for me unless I send for you, it locks in exactly where Rima stands now. Like, she's hurt, humiliated, and ready to do something about it.
I need you to do something for me.
And finally, the reverse recap. Each episode resets the night, but I wanted Rima's version to feel different, more brittle, more personal. You're watching all the tiny interactions that built her rage. And once it snaps back to the front door, we're ready to meet our next suspect, Sunny. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 3, Homemade Brownies.